Hello, hello, good morning. If you're watching this part of the video, you're watching the replay, so make sure to use hashtag replay so I can thank you so much for watching. If you want to be notified anytime I go live, all you have to do, press down on my face, hit follow, ring the bell, and if another presenter shared this video with you, please make sure you go back and you shop with her. For those of you new here, welcome. My name is Katie. I'm a wife, I'm a mom, and I work full-time. I love makeup and skincare. I truly believe every single woman wants to look and feel her best, and I have the tools and the resources to help you get there. And today I wanted to share with you some of my makeup and skincare tips and tricks. Number one, make sure you have the Rosewater Toning Spritz. It is on special this month. If you're interested in that, make sure you just say special down in the comments below. But the reason why I love the Rosewater Toning Spritz, it's great at balancing out the pH levels of your skin. So after I wash my face with my customizable cleanser, which again is another must for me, I don't care if it's summer, winter, whatever, it does so well at cleaning out any impurities in my skin and really helps to reduce the number of breakouts that I get. So then I like to go in after I've washed my face with my cleanser with my Rosewater Toning Spritz. This is also great for sunburns and bug bites. I recommend getting the bigger bottle. There are two bottle sizes. Let me pull this bottle size out so you can see what it looks like. It's half the size of the larger bottle, but the bigger bottle is only $10 more. So it's a better deal if you get the bigger bottle. All right. So Rosewater, I like to let that dry all the way. If for some reason I do experience a summer breakout, like sometimes your skin may get clogged from breakouts, I put a little bit of Rosewater onto a cotton ball and put it onto the breakout spot, kind of hold it there for 10 to 20 seconds. And then typically over the course of a couple of days, it really calms down like that irritation. The other thing is like I break out really bad on my back. So I will use my cleanser and my Rosewater on my back. So that's a little tip or trick for summertime as well. I like to let that Rosewater dry all the way before I go in with my tanning drops, La Roche-Posay Double Repair Face Moisturizer SPF 30 combination. So again, this is a Saint-Tropez tanning mitt. You can get tanning mitts anywhere. I really like this one. I need to get a new one and or wash it. I don't know. Can you wash tanning mitts? I don't know if you can or not. I'm assuming I just need to get a new one. But I like to use a tanning mitt for when I apply my tanning drops, just so that way I don't get tanner on the bottom of my hands. It takes out one more step for me. And what I do is I take a pretty much like a full to a half full dropper. This is going to build up a tan. All right. So there we go. I use like 3/4 of a dropper there. And then I'm going to mix in my La Roche-Posay Double Repair Moisturizer SPF 30. Younique doesn't have a SPF moisturizer right now. I really try to find products that, do multiple things, like an SPF moisturizer. I'm mixing that together with just an old stirring stick that Younique gave me from one of my night creams. And you want to make sure that you mix that tanning drop in with your moisturizer. All right. The tanning drops are not designed just to apply directly on the face. They're designed to be mixed in with something else and then applying it to the face. Make sure you go down your neck. Normally I try to take it along my chest as well. But in the summertime, what I do is I wear a hat and sunglasses, so you can kind of see my sunglasses mark when I'm outside. Try to really limit how much sun exposure I get to my face. Go down my neck. There we go. Just like that. Blend all of that out. Rub it in. But this is going to help build a nice gradual tan to the face. It doesn't smell. It's not streaky. I love the tanning drops. I actually ordered more because they are on special this month. So if you're interested, again, the June special, there's a handful plus of products that are on special. Buy 2, save 15% off. Buy 3 or more, get 20% off. So it's a really, really good deal. And I just wanted to kind of share with you some of my summer makeup tips and tricks. I like to keep it really light. So I'm going to go in with my Moodstruck Eye Primer. That's the lash primer, the eye primer. It's really great at allowing your pigments to pop, prevent them from creasing, and holding your shadows in place all day long. I actually got a question over the weekend to ask, like, what is the difference between the two primers? Like, why do you have to use one separate for your eyes? I personally, I find that the eye primer is, and I don't think this is a word, it's like a little bit more grippy. So it's going to really kind of hold on to those eyeshadows. Um, and it dries clear. It does have like a little bit of a shade to it. I'm going to go in with my mattifying face primer. It used to be back in the day, the Touch Glorious face primer was both a eye and a face primer. But the textures are different. And so how it goes onto the skin is a little bit different. All right, so I'm going to just take some mattifying face primer, press that into the skin. Ideally, I want to let my moisturizer with my tanning drops set for about 5 minutes or so, and then go in with my face primer. This whole video has been about 5 minutes so far. So again, just trying to speed things up so that way you can kind of see the whole process with my tips and tricks. I did this a lot last week, and so I wanted to kind of slow it down a little bit so that way you can see what I'm doing here. All right, so the Beachfront bronzer in the shade Sunset. Now, this is Malibu. It's a little bit darker, is the one that's on special this month. And you can see half of it is matte and half of it is shimmer. You can wear them separate. I just kind of take my brush across the middle and kind of blend the two together. I'm not super worried about it. I'm going in with my fluffy crease brush. I'm going to tap off the excess. And what I like to do is start at the outer corner and just work that into the crease as kind of a transition color. So I put the majority of the pigment in the outer corner, kind of how that line is here from the end of the eye to the brow. That's where I start my little line, and I take that into the outer corner of the crease, and then I take whatever left on the brush and I kind of start working it into the crease with windshield wiper it across the top there. I don't like to take it all the way to the inner corner, just about to the inside of the pupil when I'm applying that as the transition color, but you can see now I've kind of added some depth and dimension to the eye. So let me go in and I'll do that on the other side. Again, tapping off the excess. You can apply your eyeshadow. I've found with Younique, after you do your foundation, it's really all about, what kind of works for you and your routine. Sometimes you're going to get drugstore shadows, I have found, that are really, really dusty. And so when that's the case, it is more ideal to put on your shadows first. So then that way, if there's any pigment fallout, that you can then go in and kind of clean it up when you're doing your foundation. But again, I like to use my bronzer as a transition color for the lid. It's one less thing to pack when you're traveling. And I really like the cohesive look when I do that all together there. All right, so now I'm going to go in with, I love the liquid shadows for summer. I really do. My all-time favorite liquid shadow is Reverent. I highly recommend it to anybody that has not tried the liquid shadow. It's like a champagne satin color. Here it is. I have all my liquid shadows out. And I love the doe foot applicator. It makes it so easy to apply the shadow directly to the lid. And I take it all the way to the inner corner. And I put it just on the lid itself. And then what I do while it's still damp, I'm going to take that fluffy crease brush and I'm going to blend out just right along the edge. I'm not going to come down onto the eyelid. I'm just blending out the edge so that there are no harsh lines. But again, you can see the liquid shadows are great because they have, they're like prismatic. So depending on how the light hits it, it makes it look like you're wearing a couple of different shadows. But now with just the two steps, my eyeshadow look is put together. Now you can see I kind of went outside that line that I created earlier. So I will just go through and I'll clean that up whenever I put on my foundation. All right, so now going in on the other eyelid, all the way to the inside and then out, and then blending that out like so. So again, this is kind of like my summer eye tutorial. You can do this with any of the liquid shadows. These are the ones that I personally like. The Reverent, the Giggly, the business-like, the limited edition glassy. You need this in your life. If you don't have it, I love it. I used it a couple of times last week, so make sure you check out that video. But more times than not, like, this is my eye makeup look in the summer, is the beachfront bronzer in the crease and then the liquid shadow on the lid. It's super quick and easy, and I just love how light it is for the summer months. Light and bright. So now I'm going to go in with my BB Flawless Complexion Enhancer in the shade Honey, and I'm going to take that onto my Kabuki brush. You can apply this with your hands as well, but I like to use the Kabuki brush to apply all of my different foundation types, and this is really lightweight. It gives you more of a dewy finish, and it's a sheer tint. So if you're somebody that you don't want to wear a lot of really heavy makeup, a ton of coverage, like, this is a really great hydrating option for you. It's good for anybody that has dry skin. You can mix it in with the liquid foundation if you want. If you have more dry skin and you need that hydration, you could also mix it in a little bit with like the stick. So again, giving me just really light coverage. Now for me personally, I like more of a matte finish. So I'm going to use a little bit of the Complexion Plus pressed powder. This is the shade Satin. These are my summer colors. So if you've not restocked on foundation for summer, these are the foundation products that are on special. The Complexion Plus pressed powder and the BB Flawless Complexion Enhancer. So those are really great options to get for the summer months, and I'm super excited that they are on special. So I'm going to go in with that pressed powder and press it all into the skin. And a little bit goes a long way. Because it's a buildable coverage. It can be light, it can be medium, it can be full. With this brush, with the powder concealer brush, I'm getting more of like that medium coverage. All right. So again, this is what I like to kind of do to get a little bit more coverage and still, feel like my makeup is not super heavy for the summer months. All right. I'm going to just take a big old fluffy brush and dust on some bronzer. I do put it in strategic areas. I know when you're watching the video, it doesn't look like it, but it looks like I'm putting it all over the face, but I am. I'm very strategic in how I apply the bronzer, just to kind of give me a sun-kissed glow. And then, you all know, pressed blusher in Supple is a must. All right. So I'm going to take that. I'm going to press it onto the cheeks. Supple is a really nice peach color. Just nice and warm for summer. I love it. I'm going to take a little bit of just my Epic mascara. Nothing too crazy. Again, you can wear waterproof. I feel like waterproof is a little bit more difficult to get off, obviously, because it's waterproof. You have to use soap and water, and it can be a little bit more damaging on the lashes. So I like to just go in with a very light coat of the Epic mascara. Nothing too crazy or heavy, just enough to kind of really frame the eyes, bring the attention to the lashes, my non-existent lashes. So again, just kind of sweeping a little bit of that on. Now, I do like a bold lip for summer. I think it's super fun, and I'm so excited. Stay tuned. I'm going to share with you my whole story, my saga about my lip butter. But I found my lip butter in the shade Poolside. It's a hot pink. It's one of the limited edition lip butters. You definitely want to make sure that you check it out. I am obsessed. I'm so glad I found it. And stay tuned. I'm going to tell you the whole story about what happened to it, how I found it, all of that good stuff. So there you have it. That is my summer makeup and skincare tips and tricks. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to ask. And I hope you have a great day. Bye, everyone.